Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about a microcap company, which I believe that the company is expected to have a fair upside into the business potential. I'm owning this company for the past 3 years. I'm at a loss of 20%, but I believe that the management is doing something, and that is what is actually showing in profitability and the cash flow of the company. Now, before we move on and discuss about the company to see what clients they have, how they are performing, what is the expectations on the future growth of business, don't consider this as a buy call. This video is an informative video where you can take the inputs, make sure to make your own analysis or talk to a financial advisor, or what you can do is you can use similar points to evaluate a similar company. Don't simply, for the sake of me having this stock, you should not be buying this. You should always make sure to make your own analysis. And of course, I'm owning this stock for the past 3 years. The company is actually into PVC manufacturers, and in our own apartment community, the company's plywoods are the ones that is being used. So that is when, I think I actually was thinking about increasing the stake. The name of the company is Kaka Industries. Now, these are all the different kinds of products they make. The cardboards, the plywoods, and then a lot of home-based plywoods that we generally use in our homes and interiors and all of that. I don't know why this is coming. Anyway, we'll go through the profile. Okay, when I say the profile, what numbers the company has. And again, this is not a buy call. You have to use this information, analyze a similar company, or you have to make your own analysis on top of the information provided in this video. Okay, so generally I use screener. If you have seen my previous videos where I've done video on Goel construction, right? So this company also is doing very well. I'm also invested in this company as well. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check this company's inputs that I've given in a video. Again, take that, see how you can actually do analysis and take your investment decisions. Anything that is coming out of your investment decisions, profit or loss, we will not be responsible. Coming back to Kaka Industries, they do PVC kind of plywoods that are used in regular industries. Like I told in the previous portion of the video, most of the plywoods that we use in our community, apartment community, comes from this industry. Maybe quality or the designs. When I touched it, very strong. The quality was very well built. So that's what I actually checked in 2 or 3 houses. Now again, coming back here, I actually look into a lot of things when I do an investment decision. Now, if you see this, the first thing that will catch you is promoter holding is very high, and EPS is something that we'll come back to it later. ROE, return on equity, how much the company is making on the funds that they have got from the investors, it is 30%. And if you look at the ROCE, it is 21%. Volume is 13,000. This is because it comes under SME, and if you're a retail investor, it could will hinder your chances of investing. You have to buy in lots, you have to sell in lots. I think the lot size is 500. Even recently I bought, yeah, it's 500. I think you can go and check. But generally I buy like 1,000 in round numbers, so I don't know the numbers how much in lot size it trades, but I think it's 500, right? Now, coming back to this again, the debt you see, this is 104 crores. Let's go into balance sheet and see how it actually developed. When I look into a balance sheet, I look into two main things. These two main things are very important for me. Right now, debt to equity is higher. If you try your query asking the debt to equity of the company is very high. It's more than 1.25, I think. But that's okay. That's how things actually work. If you're like growing, you need to borrow money, right? So that only then you will actually grow. That is one of the reason why the stock is not performing. If you look at the chart price, this chart is mostly sideways if you take the last 2 to 3 years. That is also one of the reason where the debt is a bit high, right? But if it is used for growth, then it's a different story. Now, when you look at the balance sheet, like I told you, the two important factors is this one. This must be growing. This must be growing like 18, 20. If you put that to CGAR, the stock price would have actually matched to this reserves growth. So this is nothing but the retained profits over the years. And how this money is being spent, right? This is the money company owes to someone, and this is owns to someone. How the money is actually borrowed, how it is actually spent. So there are two sections to the balance sheet. Now, if you look at this, how this money has spent, fixed assets, they have spent 79 crores in fixed assets and other assets. In the other assets, cash equivalent is cash, 8 crores, trade receivables. They have given it to someone and waiting for the money to come, and inventories. So this is also one other combination that I'll check how inventories and trade receivables are going up or coming down. If the company cannot convert product to cash, there is no point. If both of them goes up, then there could be a problem, but it is not always the case. Like if you see here, both of them have been going up with years. So what they are doing, they are like manufacturing something and it is sitting in the godown, that is inventory. They have given the credit to someone which has been expected to be like converted to cash, and that is 35. This cannot keep on growing, that is a red flag. But we have to consider the growth also. Sometimes the companies generally tends to have stocks for rotation in the business. Okay, now if you come to cash flow, cash flow is healthy. They don't have any problems in generating cash from operations. That is a good sign. Now, if you come to this section, if you are a non-finance guy, it is somewhat tricky to understand, but I'll explain you to the best of my knowledge. Cash flow from investing. Money has left the company. 33 crores they have invested into some fixed assets. Okay. And finance. Finance is nothing but borrowing or repaying. Now, if you see proceeds from borrowing, they have borrowed some money, 39 crores, and repayment of borrowings. This is like from the previous year's interest. For the borrowings, we are paying interest. So money is coming in and money is going out. So altogether, this is a plus. Money has come in from financing, borrowing, and investing. They have invested into fixed assets. Operations is nothing but the regular profit and loss. The good news is they are investing more for the future growth. Okay. Now coming to profit and loss, we have seen the cash flow. Cash has been generated. There is no red flags in the cash flow. And if you see the profit and loss year on year, they are actually growing the sales at like probably what 20%, right? And even the operating profit is being growing up by 20-25%. This is the margin which we can skip. How much of margins that we are making? It's at a constant of 13%. This, if it grows consistently, this means they have a buying niche. Okay, so sorry, not the buying niche, they have a pricing power. So only if you have pricing power, you can send your higher cost to the end customers. So as and when this grows, it is good. So they are building a quality product where the price has been like fixed by the company. They can easily move that higher price to the customer. And profit after tax is like, it's very simple, straightforward calculation. Net profit is this much. And EPS, number of shares traded. Well, I don't know if it is visible, right? Number of shares traded by the total profit is EPS. Let's go here. Now, intrinsic value, I don't know how Screener calculates it, but it says 38. What is the percentage of growth that the company can offer? That is what we have to see and discount it to today to see how much the stock price would be worth today if the company grows at a certain rate. So that is what DCF is, discounted cash flow analysis. Now, the next thing that I have actually noted about the company is generally when I look into a small company, I look at their clients, right? You see this DLF, one of the biggest builder in all of South Asia. And then we have Asiana Housing, which is a very big group in Hyderabad. And then there was Hadani also. So when we look at clients of this caliber into a small cap company, generally they don't want to buy from a small cap company, right? They can buy from well reputed big institutions. But if they are buying, it's because companies' products are well in line. And when you look at big clients, so that means company has been generating good products or services. Maybe not today, there could be a bad cycle, the profits can go down, all of that can happen. But generally big clients prefer strong reputation. Okay, so you can see just there are like very good clients in this list. So that is also one of the things that I actually check into. Now finally, I'll go into the annual report and see what they are actually talking about and how they are looking to expand, and then we will finish off this video. I hope this video is of some help to you. If you have enjoyed this video until now, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us your support. That will help us the channel grow over time. Okay, so finally, let's go to the annual report. The reason why I'm actually doing is you should be knowing when you look into some other company in the future how to actually value a business. So this is the latest annual report that we have, and this is of like 12 months old. Now let's see what at least we'll get to know what they are actually doing, right? So they make PVC and PVC doors, solid PVC doors. I don't know what that means. Is if you know, leave it in the comments. And 1200 SKUs across different solutions. So what I'm interested is they have a dealers of 300 in 20 plus states, and somewhere in this annual report I've read that they are looking to um, increase the scope of their network chain. So that will help deeper penetration where you can sell your products into larger areas, right? So that is very important. If you manufacture something and if you cannot sell it, there is no point. So all these things we know, like the chairman, how much of experiences, they all like common details. So what they are trying to do here, which is 12-month hold again, ramp up the production on new decorative solutions and enhance. So this has already been done, okay, and this is like having a saving of something like 55 lakhs, I think, which I've read somewhere. Let's see. I think we'll once we go through the annual report, we'll get to know. Now, this is again the next thing that requires like the attention. Three manufacturing units, 20 plus states. I don't know what is this again. If you know, you leave it in the comments. And we have like 300 distributors. They are looking into new, like the scale. They want to grow the scales. That is what I understood from reading some of the points in the annual report. So this is how the company journey has been, and they have added one more depot. So anything you see add to the business, they are growing, right? So that is very simple to understand. Again, this is like 12-month hold. We don't know what all things that has happened in the last 12 months. This is last year's. If you see this, they have installed a solar power plant at an investment of 25 crores, which is like saving 50 lakhs yearly. That means 6 crores. In 4 years, that capex of 25 crores is taken care, and from there on, only the maintenance will be like maintenance cost will be there, which means a direct increase in the operating profit margin right from the start. So that will also have a lot of impact on the bottom line profit. Now, if you see again the same thing, they are trying to increase. They are manufacturing the product, but they cannot sell it due to limited number of dealers. So that is what they are trying to address. So that is the main pain point, right? And these are all like common details we can skip and look at this. So these are all the products that they are making: PVC doors, ceilings, laminates, roofing sheets. Most of these products, like I told several times in the video before, they are being used in our society. And looks like this is a Gujarat based company, and they have a large sales depot. I think I assume that they have a large sales depot somewhere near my area, Kukatpalli. So I think that is why, like my apartment community uses a lot of these products. And even in the cinemas, they are advertising to deepen the brand, which is very good thing. I i believe that Kaka Industries will become, one day becomes the Pidilite, right? So they have good products. They are trying to expand their presence. And all of the other details below is common details you'll see in every annual report. Maybe something like loan give and take, all those things will be there. Director salaries, all those things are there. I'm not going to go through because I've already gone through all the cash flow and everything. Those are all like details, too much details, which will not help me, at least, right, from my investment perspective, from my framework. That will not help me. So that is why I'm skipping. If you want, you can go through. There is no stopping. Like it's a open annual report available to the public. What you see here is the key performance indicators, KPIs. And if you see, I want to see how the profit after tax is going up. It is at 42.47 CAGR. Last 1 year, they have actually reduced their profitability. But you have to remember, this is a 12-month old report, and if you see here, we are sitting now at 19 crores, and this should be something like 19 crores, right? When they generate the new annual report with new functionalities, with new scope of changes, where they are growing, what they are trying to do, all of that, you will see a 19 crores in profit in 2026 report. Okay. If you want more details about this company, you can let me know in the comments. I'll go try to find that information for you, and I'll try to post a separate short video. Okay. I'll wind up my video here. If you have enjoyed this video, please like the video, share with your friends, and if you already have this company, well and good. If you don't have, try to make your own analysis. Be responsible with your investment decisions. I'll meet you all again. Thanks for watching. Take care.